Good evening. Labour's caucus is expected to decide tomorrow whether Telecom will be sold. The government admits because of the high price tag, foreigners could end up owning the majority of Telecom, but it has plans to protect the national interest.
The papers proposed that the government hold a Kiwi share in Telecom to control any potential private enterprise purchase and suggest that, if necessary, the government might have to regulate to control phone rentals, etc., once Telecom was sold. And though they don't suggest any limit on foreign ownership, they do suggest no one buyer should hold more than 49.9% of Telecom.
Bougainville Island is tonight in rebel hands as Papua New Guinea withdraws its troops. The security forces have been ordered out in a bid to make peace with the guerrillas. Rebel troops now have control of the entire island. They believe the days of their republic, Mekamui, have begun. The rain has finally eased in the lower part of the North Island, leaving residents with a massive clean-up bill. Meanwhile, a nationwide appeal's been launched for the flood victims in Taranaki and Wanganui. The rain caused serious damage to vulnerable steep Taranaki farmland. A special recovery committee will assess areas of greatest need before any decision on government aid is made. Mixed reaction today to claims that more than 50,000 New Zealand cars may have defective seat belts. Doubts about the belts were raised on last night's Fair Go program. But the Motor Vehicle Importers Association says the reports are exaggerated.
40,000 Taiwanese Dalian belts are now being recalled. Asia Autos, the main importer, is being deluged with inquiries. The MOT says the belts are potentially very dangerous. The Taiwanese belts are just one brand among a whole series that don't meet MOT regulations. In the meantime, importers and dealers must foot the bill for replacement seatbelts if necessary, even if it costs the industry as much as $50 million.
Jim Bolger tonight gave an absolute assurance no nuclear weapons would come into New Zealand under a national government. Mr Bolger also suggested to a party rally in South Auckland that the neither confirm nor deny policy of countries like the United States and Britain was out of date.
The time was right to roll back the missiles in Europe and to pull them out of Grenham Common in Britain. Then the time was right to end an unnecessary subterfuge about them in New Zealand waters.
The political face of the Soviet Union has changed today. The Communist Party is no longer all-powerful. The Congress has approved the new post of Executive President, which will have the power to make policy, suspend the Constitution and even declare war. It's a victory for Mikhail Gorbachev, who is expected to be elected to the new position shortly. Israel's coalition government is in ruins today because of a battle over peace talks with the Palestinians. Prime Minister Yitzhak Shamir, leader of the Likud party, sacked Labour leader Shimon Peres. Mr Peres favours the American proposals for talks with the Palestinians. Mr Shamir does not. If neither party can form a new governing coalition, Israelis will go to the polls for the second time in less than 2 years. That's it from Newsbreak tonight.